What's going on YouTube? Captain Redbeard, Division Agent Call Sign Balls McGee 253. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I just wanted to go over some beginner content here on Build Synergy. Build Synergy is what the game is all about for new players coming into the division. When I came in, it was really hard to find a lot of the stuff I was looking for. I could get in there and I could, jump on YouTube and I could find content where people were building different things and putting different sets together and stuff like that. Um, and it was a big help. It really was. But so when you're putting it all together here, all right, all your gear pieces, they all kind of mesh together in one way or another. You can just put a bunch of random stuff together and run around and do it your way, but it's all here for a reason, okay? So let me just explain some of that really quickly. So this set here that I put together, I use in the Dark Zone when I'm just running around there solo. And the reason that I put this set together is because it's 130% pulse resistance, right? So if we go to our stats, we come down here, and you can see 130% pulse resistance. And that's what my goal was with this build. And I don't actually think that this is a showcased YouTube build. It might be, but I don't think so. I threw this together myself. Just like a lot of the other division players, I've gone on YouTube and I've watched some of the YouTube gamers that showcase their builds, and I've done some of them. But then there's also other stuff that I decided to put together myself. So, how do you get to that? The way that I got to it was I know that the Yall gear has the set brand bonus on the top right there. The first is the 10% hazard protection, the second's 5% weapon damage, and the third is 40% pulse resistance, right? I needed to get three of those pieces equipped. For the new players, for the beginner players, what you can do is you can run countdown, target the loot backpacks. That's how I got my messenger bag when I started playing. And it's really cool. If you don't know, resourceful is the talent. It slots in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. Can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously. So that's how I have the 3 gear set bonus. Even though I only have 2 pieces equipped, the mask and the holster. With the ninja bike bag, it unlocks the third. So I get that 40% pulse resistance. And then I went with system corruption. Okay, same thing. I needed the 3-piece brand set bonus, right? And the way that I got that was, again, with the ninja bike bag. 2 pieces plus 15% armor on kill. 3 pieces gives 40% disrupt resistance and 40% pulse resistance. Okay, so that's how I got that on there. Now you could actually add more. You put a pulse resistant mod. You can get it pretty good. From what I understand, when you put the mods on there, um, obviously it gives you more, but if you have like 90 or 100%, you can still be pulsed. It just doesn't last very long. But the higher you go with that, it makes it so you basically can't get pulsed. That's my understanding. If I'm wrong about that, or you have a different opinion, or you've seen something different, leave me a message. Let me know. I'm always curious to see what other people are going with. But I got the chest piece, system corruption, and the gloves. And then I just threw this on here. It does give me the hazard protection. and it gives me, you know, pretty good armor. Got the armor regen on there in the Cavalier. I mean, you could put Heliguard on here, you could put Bulwark. I was just putting something here just for some armor, because again, I just basically go around and farm the Dark Zone solo. Sometimes if, none of my friends are online or whatever, makes it pretty easy. And then I go with the decoy and the pulse scanner. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty fun. If you go to the stats here, you can see that even with this set, my PvP weapon damage is 31,962. Critical hit chance is 42. Critical hit damage, 122. That's really not bad. And my armor is sitting at 1.5. So it's pretty good. It's really not that bad. It gives you the ability to kind of run around the dark zone, and if there's groups of players in there that are trying to go rogue on people or whatever, they can't really pulse and find you. So it makes it a pretty doable scenario. And if they can't find you, obviously they can't kill you. Um, the other thing I would add to that is when I first started playing, I put this set together as early on as I could, but I had to find the Y'all gear, and I found that in the Dark Zone. I wasn't playing. I don't know if Conflict gives you Y'all gear. I can't remember, but I found these in the Dark Zone and extracted them. Same with System Corruption, and I don't come across much of the System Corruption at all. I don't know if anyone else has had any experience with that, but I've been trying to get more of it, but I just can't find a lot of it. But so when you're in the Dark Zone early on, what you should do is just run around. Take some time to run around the Dark Zone, learn it a little bit, how it's mapped out, because if you know the layout, you're going to do way better. You just are. If they're coming after you, you're trying to get back to the checkpoint. Let's say you're not in a invaded dark zone. If you don't know, invaded means that the turrets near the checkpoint doors don't work. So, they're shut down. But in a regular dark zone, they are up and running. And if you know where you're at and you know how to navigate better, it's just so much easier to learn the layout and where you're going. A lot of times you'd be running around. I've done it myself, running away from a couple of rogue players that are trying to drop me. I got a bag full of stuff. I got something really cool I'm trying to extract, and I run into a dead end, get killed, they steal my stuff. It just is what it is, right? So if you know the layout, you can hop in and out and you can be like a little ninja in there, and just be real sneaky about it. Check your nearby. You do is go to your social. Okay, check your nearby right here, right there. Just check that every so often, you know what I mean? So you can see if there's someone around you. It's really helpful. Before I forget, shout out to the real EBK, my clan, Dark Zone Killers. But yeah, this is a really cool, set right here. Just putting it together. It's the synergy of it that gives me that pulse resistance that I was looking for, so they really couldn't find me in the Dark Zone. Okay. And then I just have, I'm running a St. Elmo's engine and then the apartment. And it doesn't really matter what you run, I guess. Whatever weapons you want. This isn't set on giving you any bonuses for, SMGs, assault rifles. It's just whatever. And I don't even have this stuff expertised, this Y'all gear. And I don't actually think I'm to level 10 with this yet. But yeah, so there it is. But it's all about the synergy of the builds, right? So I was looking for something with a little bit of DPS in it. So I kind of just put this together utilizing the Ninja Bike bag. And the reason I really like this is because the Brazos Diarchibus gives you skill haste, one skill tier, and 50% magazine size. So I'll use this set like in conflict, and I run it with the Ouroboros. Okay. I got the Ninja Bike, so I got the 3 set here. But then I got the Sokolov, which gives me the SMG damage and the critical hit chance or I'm sorry, the critical hit damage, 15%, 10% SMG. So it just works really well. That with the Fox's Prayer, damage the target out of cover. It does pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good for some DPS, you know. I could expertise it all a bit more, but you know, it works for me. And in conflict, it doesn't really matter because they did away with that, right? Yeah. But it's just a fun way of you know, understanding it. I ran into a lot of players. They have a hard time really kind of putting it together. And so, I mean, I'm not the best gear builder or whatever in the game by far, but you know, some of it's really cool. Learn how to put it together for what your play style is. Here's another one I got utilized. Okay. I got the Healy here for the armor regen and the armor. The health I doesn't really matter because the health in the game is basically nothing. I don't even know why they have health in the game. But so I'm using the mask and the holster. Okay. And then I have Electrique because Electrique gives you 30% SMG damage for the third brand set bonus, which is really cool. I'm not really doing it for the status effects or the shock. I'm just doing it for the SMG. And then I have Sokolov, okay, for my gloves, which give me 10% SMG damage and an extra 15% critical hit damage. Really fun set that I just kind of threw together. Um, I use this as a backup, the custom P416G3, but I am mostly using this. So if I'm in a sticky situation, I'm using the Ouroboros and I don't need to reload. I can't reload because I'm just, you know, whatever, too close to someone. I'll just switch it up, finish them off with that. That's cool. But just remember, for every build in the game, there's basically a defense that can be used against it. There is no perfect build. Everyone's always trying, oh, what's the best build? What's the it really depends on the other players that you're facing at the time, really. I mean, I go into conflict a lot. And I think Kami put together a set that was status effects. And he's right. It's undeniably, it's just a killer set. And if you run into it, you're gonna die. I mean, there's just no getting away from it. I actually, because me personally, I don't use a lot of status effects builds. I wish they would kind of um nerf them a little bit in conflict, but it is what it is. You know, it's still fun. I'm still in there all the time, doing my thing, you know, having fun. It's cool. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, just look at what you guys have and go through, just read, take some time. It's not that difficult. You'll catch on quick. And that's it. So if you guys found this video informative, hit like, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading a bunch more content soon. Support my new channel. I'm going to do a lot of stuff based on new players coming into the game. The division is changing in a lot of ways. It's sparked the interest of a lot of new players coming on in, so I'm just trying to help them out. Um, if you have anything to add to that, just comment down below and let me know. So for now, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching the video. Captain Redbeard, Division Agent Call Sign, Balls McGee, 253. And if you have not run into me yet in conflict or in a dark zone or at the White House or anywhere like that, I will see you soon. All right, be good to each other. Have fun. I'm out.